You started off with the new year with some financial goals in mind for your resolutions, but are you financially literate? And joining us this morning to help you out with that is JeFreda Brown. She's a financial literacy educator, and she has more on this. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, when we talk about financial literacy, we assume that's for the basics, but if you could define it, tell us what that means.
Okay, well, basically financial literacy is having the needed financial skills and financial education to make informed financial decisions about the things that matter most to us.
Yeah, and some of it might seem simple to some, but this can also be intimidating for some folks who just don't familiarize themselves with the education. So talk about how important the education is and where people need to go to try to get educated on literacy.
Okay, well, the education is important because many of us grow up with parents who teach us about finances, and they themselves don't have all the information, the financial information that they need. So a lot of people learn that financial information. It may not be correct, and negative financial behaviors, and it just continues as a cycle through generations.
Give us some examples. Imagine credit's a good place to start, right?
Yes. So, like for instance, 1 in 5 teenagers do not have basic financial education. So this leads to them making bad decisions when it comes to student loans, credit, and jobs and careers.
And but also, and when you finally get somebody understanding, you need to save a little bit, they get intimidated by the investment part.
Mm-hmm.
So give us some takeaways that somebody can take from that to get financially literate in that fashion.
Well, when it comes to investing, I always recommend that you get the financial education first, because having all aspects of, knowing all aspects of finance helps you to understand it as a whole, mm-hmm. and everything's working together, all parts are working together. So having a written plan in place helps you to see what you're able to do financially, the risk you're willing to take, and when you're going to actually need that money from those finances, from those investments.
Because a lot of people, they get their paycheck, and a lot of times they buy on wants instead of needs. I notice you have that right there. So yes. I know there's some significance to what you're trying to show there.
Yes, I am trying to show people that learning and understanding about finances is a process. It takes time. It's overwhelming for a lot of people, mm-hmm. but it's going to take time. You have to get the education first, because if you're trying to manage money and you don't have a good understanding of finances, it's going to cause confusion, it's going to lead to bad decisions, and it's going to cause problems. Like a lot of people have health problems because of financial issues.
Yeah. So there are a lot of resources out there. Where should people go immediately? Should they just Google something?
Googling can help a little bit, but I always recommend talking to a personal finance educator. Okay. You can also take courses through colleges. They provide courses online. You can take local classes, finance classes. There's a lot of good information out there. Mm-hmm. And also for the schools, the local schools, the K through 12, grades K through 12, I recommend that financial literacy be taught at an early age, so they get that foundation.
Be a good idea. JeFreda Brown, she's the CEO of Provision Financial Education and Financial Literacy Educator. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.